Welcome to the Hotkeys podcast, your shortcut for all things pop culture and random in the world. I'm your host, Mick, and I'm joined by acquaintance of the show,
Colby Chapman,
and
Landon Browning,
and
David Parker.
David Parker.
if you can hear him.
Yeah. So Dave told us not to talk about this, but we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So earlier today, we're
in control.
We tried recording this episode like 3 hours ago, and all of our efforts to make Dave's audio come in, because he's still recording from a completely different state.
Yeah, we're up north. Like all of us are in Alaska right now in a
Freezing our tails off, by the way.
Facility.
Our igloo is melting as we speak. Time is of the essence.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm in Florida.
it's a crisis.
Yeah, Dave's down in Florida,
Florida.
enjoying the weather, living the crazy lifestyle.
Oh, excuse me.
Mick got a little frustrated. He left. He stormed out to go on a little dog sledding adventure, and I sat down. I took the equipment. I figured out how to get everything to work. I took control of it. Got it figured out. And now we're back here.
I'm so glad that you made the effort to fix everything, Landon. What would
I
we
can't-
do without you?
I don't know.
Anyway, so this is round 2. We've checked everything 4 times. It's working. Hopefully it stays working.
But we didn't check it 5 times. So
5 is an
we're not
unlucky
su-
number, so
We're not sure if it's working.
Yeah.
well, crossing our fingers.
For those that aren't on our Patreon that don't get the video, Mick crossed his fingers and then downed another sip of alcohol.
Of some apple juice. So yeah, welcome, Dave.
Thank you.
Earlier this week, I was watching a video of... No, that's wrong. I wasn't watching a video. I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about...
What's a podcast?
It's what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's what
Is
we...
that what this is?
thought
I
this
think
was-
so.
Were you listening to our
Are you?
podcast?
Do you actually release these episodes, or are you just like keeping them for
No,
yourself for
this
some
is
weird
a
reason?
science experiment. We're like the Dharma people. We're like, we're
gosh.
like Desmond down the...
We literally push some buttons at the
Yeah,
end
push buttons.
every week.
we have to do it or the thing, everything will blow up.
like it's just in Dave's frame of his video. Like that's all just a set.
Yeah.
And everything out of frame is just like scientific lab equipment.
Yeah.
in the Florida Keys?
What was I talking about?
You're talking about
You were
some
listening to a
podcast.
podcast.
You're listening to a podcast.
I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about this composer, John Cage, back in like the 40s. He was a composer. Did I say that already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, he was a composer, and he was talking about this song that he wrote, quotes,
Yeah.
wrote,
Yeah, okay.
and
Composed.
composed, quotations, composed,
Yes.
and basically, so the song is called 433. Song, quotes.
It's one of my favorites.
It's, basically we're doing it right now. This is 433. It could be 433 right now. We just have to stop at 433.
So what is it exactly?
So 433 is a musical piece that is nothing. It's like
no
this,
music.
it's like the sound of silence, basically.
Now that's some
So-
next level. That's
so
next
this
level,
guy-
man. That's,
so-
that's deep.
So this guy, the first time he performed it, I think was at Woodstock. He goes up to the piano.
The character?
No, not the character. He comes up to the piano. He opens up his music, which, by the way, is completely blank. There's there's nothing on it. He starts his stopwatch, and then just sits there. He like opens up the what's it called? The door to the piano keys,
I don't know. The door.
the trap door thing.
Yeah.
And he's
Trap
like
door.
looking at the keys. He shuts it. You hear like coughs in the audience. The occasional like car going by, some birds chirping. And then after like that type of thing, just random stuff, people are getting up and leaving because they're pissed off,
Yeah.
which they should be. And then like at 4:33, he's done, and that was his composed piece.
That's genius.
I'd like to think that like he broke his hand before like moments before he went up there, and he's like, I'll just go up here and do the most douchey thing I could ever do, and like they'll love me for it.
Yeah.
Is it recognized? Like, is it?
Well, that's the funny thing. I looked up some people playing the piece, and one was this orchestra. The composer or the conductor comes out, and the orchestra claps like usual. That's what usually happens.
Yeah.
He comes up to his stand. He gets ready. He lifts his hand up. People get their instruments up, and then he just puts them back down, and they're like ready to play and stuff. They're like watching him intently, and then they put their instruments down, and they're like just making kind of like random noises, just chilling. And then the composer or conductor will do some hand motion, and the band will be ready to play, and then nothing. And it's just, I can't stand that kind of stuff.
So
It bugs me.
do you just not get it, Mick? I mean,
Oh, I get it.
do you not
I get it.
understand
I get it too
the
well.
genius behind
I get it too well.
Was he the first one to ever do that?
I guess so. I mean, it's just a statement
It's
on.
creative.
It's just a statement on like there's sound in everyday world. Like it's all around. There's music all around us. But part of the definition of music is the intentional arrangement of pitch and rhythm, like just random crap happening. Like, okay, a bird chirped. Okay, a car went by. It's like that. That's not music. I'm sorry.
wouldn't
That's not
call it-
music. I'm sorry. That's not
I wouldn't
music.
call it music. It is performance art. Is really what I would classify it as.
Yeah.
That's some like high grade words for like some snake oil salesman.
But I do agree. I do agree that it shouldn't really be classified as music.
Right.
rather so
but
art.
but I do understand it kind of as something that would be considered performance art. Not all performance art, though, is necessarily considered good. It's just
what?
It sounds like grade A.
Dave,
words
have you
I
heard of
can't
this
say
before?
on the pod.
yeah. I heard of this piece or whatever.
Don't call it a piece.
Whatever
This
we would
blank
consider it.
page.
Probably like got his notebook mixed up, didn't have like the right papers or something. It was just blank.
I don't know.
like-
This has really been bothering Mick, though.
It has
all week
really.
at school. He's been
It's like
talking to me about
I
it.
look at it like, okay, if a baby can do it, I'm sorry. There has to be talent behind playing music.
No, name one time a baby was silent for 4 minutes and 33 seconds.
Never.
Exactly. Baby can't do it.
It's dumb. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
That's
try.
my
I'm gonna
opinion.
try that like next time I'm at work. Like
I mean,
like
it's not a song
cooler's
I
down,
listen to. It's
not
not
a
a song I
song,
listen
like you-
to. I listen to very often, but when it comes on the radio, I do sing along with it. You know,
You crank.
And then another video I saw,
Yeah,
you
I
know
do
those
crank
you know those piano tutorials that has like it's almost like a kind of in the style of Guitar Hero, so you see like the notes that are coming on the piano. Have you guys seen those videos before?
yeah.
Yeah.
This guy did 433 and he started and this one bugged me even more because it was all scripted. So he like threw his headphones down on the piano and like hit a random key. He like took a phone call. He's like, "Oh, blah blah." And he's like walking away from the microphone, and then he comes back, and then like a fly comes and like lands down. And it's like that's even worse. I'm sorry. That's worse.
yeah. It's like
This
really.
is
It comes
this has
off,
really bugged me like
it
all
comes
week.
off like it seems really. I'm not quite as upset at it as you are. Clearly, it seems like you've taken it
Well, you
quite
should be.
personally.
It's a personal jab.
But it just comes off like the people that do it. It seems like really pretentious. Like
Very.
It's like
Yeah.
like this is art.
Like, look at me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
I wanted to talk about that because
Yeah, well, you talked about it. Yeah, every time I've seen you this week, you've brought it up. Like it's like 2 a.m. at Sherry's. You're like, you know what bothers me? It's like when people just like scribble on a piece of paper and say it's a.
there's no
painting.
scribbles.
Like,
There's no. That's the thing. There's nothing.
it's just a blank piece of
It's a
paper.
blank piece of paper.
You know, I will hate on it, but if I got in a position where I was famous enough that I knew I could like
Cash
make
grab it?
money off of doing nothing, like
yeah.
I mean, there might be like a scenario where like,
That doesn't sound like the hardworking Landon I know. I
just-
thought.
Yeah, I am hardworking. I am a company man.
I was irritated by that.
Clearly.
In other news, the new Zombieland trailer came out. Zombieland 2
Oh yeah, I did.
or
see
Zombieland Double Tap.
Zombieland Double Tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What did you guys think of it?
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I really liked the first movie. I thought it was funny. I like it because it's not like a serious zombie movie. And it has fun characters that are memorable.
It's very much the opposite of a serious zombie movie.
Wait, what? It wasn't a drama? The first one?
Landon didn't understand the
Yeah,
art.
I don't understand the concept.
I actually didn't watch the first Zombieland.
Well, you weren't probably alive
Okay.
when it came out.
I think you were like 3 when it came out.
Though I did watch the trailer for the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably watch the first one.
Yeah, it made 0 sense.
My question is, what are they going to do? Like, what actor are they going to have in the movie to top
Woody Harrelson?
their...
Bill Murray.
No.
The Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill
cameo.
Murray.
Oh.
The Bill
Cameo.
Murray cameo. Like, who do they
Donald
have
Trump.
to-
Donald Trump.
They're gonna
They have
have.
to have Donald Trump in the movie.
They're gonna have Tom Hanks, some like really famous actor.
Brad Pitt.
Tom Cruise. I could definitely see Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Tom
would be
Cruise
awesome.
would be funny. That would be really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any actors left, like in that world that are still alive?
I think
or
Tom
have
Cruise
they
would
all
still
been?
be alive.
Tom Cruise would definitely
That
survive
Tom-
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's just Halo jumping over and over and over again. Like,
But then other zombies are Halo jumping after him. Who's flying the plane?
gosh.
Like the older I've gotten, like the more I appreciate Tom Cruise. Like as an actor, I think. Like
I love his movies.
Is they're so good. He's so good.
Even his terrible movies.
Yeah,
it's just,
like he's just,
I love it. What's your favorite
I
Tom
mean-
Cruise movie?
Tropic Thunder. That would be my favorite Tom Cruise
He
movie.
is. Oh, he's
that's
so
that's
good.
an easy. That's
yeah.
an easy one.
He's great in that movie.
Yeah.
He's so great, in fact, that you hardly recognize him like the first time you watch
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. He looks nothing.
It's like, wait, that was Tom Cruise? Really? You're kidding.
Yeah.
You're like, who is
Just
this
like Robert
disgusting
Downey.
guy they had play this disgusting?
And the fact that his name is Les
Executive.
Grossman is like the perfect name for that character.
Yeah.
Les Grossman. Just fits so well.
Well, he was based entirely off of what's his face, Weinstein. Tom
That
Cruise
is
based his
hilarious.
performance entirely
yeah.
off of what's his name?
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
I want to watch it now. Well, this has been the Hotkeys podcast. We're going to go watch Tropic Thunder and
Yeah.
see you next week. Well, do you like any of the Mission Impossible films?
I only saw what was the like Ghost Protocol or something.
That was
that one.
4? Is it number 4?
4.
That's when they started
Yeah.
getting really good. Was 4?
I thought 3 was good.
Yeah,
3 was
3
directed by J.J. Abrams.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Yeah. 3's.
Man, he
There, I
just
guess-
has his fingers in every franchise, doesn't he?
Yeah. All of them are actually pretty decent. Besides 2. 2 is
2 is
it's
horrible.
terrible. It's a terrible.
It is
movie.
a laughably...
Is that the John Woo one?
Yeah.
There's the part on the
With doves
motorcycle.
everywhere.
The motorcycles, like
Yeah, that is a horrible movie.
yeah.
It's so bad.
There's nothing good about that film.
In fact, my parents, they went to the movie when it came out in theaters, and they said that everybody in the audience was just cracking up because it was so cheesy and just
That's awesome.
awful.
I've never seen any of them.
Wait, really?
Really?
One more time?
I haven't seen any of them.
Okay.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Yeah,
You guys
I
are
like.
weird.
Yeah, that was okay.
One
What's
of,
going on?
I'll say one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies is I don't even know what the movie's called. Edge of Tomorrow or Live Die Repeat.
Live, Die,
Yeah, they
Repeat.
changed
Is that the
title.
actual title of it, or is it Edge of Tomorrow?
I think it's Die Another Day.
Live Die Tomorrow. Repeat.
Another day?
Die another day.
I think I like the
Diamonds
original.
are forever.
The original title I liked more. I think Edge of Tomorrow was
Octopussy.
the original.
Was that the original title?
I think so.
Title?
I think they changed it to Live, Die, Repeat,
Okay.
which I think Edge of Tomorrow is a little bit more clever title.
Well, wasn't I think that they it was almost at least like 6 months ago they came out and they confirmed that a sequel was coming out, and I think that they said the title was going to be Live, Die, Repeat, Repeat.
That's terrible. It's a terrible title.
yeah, it's
That's genius. It's like 4:33.
How dare you?
Don't
sir.
start that
How
again.
dare you, sir?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like kind of like his Night and Day movie. There was like enough like comedy in it,
That's a
but
fun movie.
but enough like action in it too, where it was like the perfect blend of the two. Live, Die, Repeat, or Edge of Tomorrow was very well done in those terms. Like there was a lot of like comedic moments, like where he's like, spoilers for this movie, but where he's like, it's like Groundhog's Day, where he's trying to live the day over and over again and figure out what's going on, and it's just funny moments of him like dying and like getting run over by trucks. It's just like random stuff happening.
Like when he rolls the wrong way into the truck, and then he gets, and then the next day it cuts to and he rolls the other way, and he's like, "Whoa."
Yeah, just stuff like that is really funny.
Yeah.
I kind of like him best too when he's like kind of out of his league, because in most of his movies he's like, the top guy and he's like the head honcho. But in that movie in particular, he was like, I'm not a soldier. Like, I don't want to do this. This is crazy. You're insane. And he kind of learned how to
not be a coward.
Right.
Which is a good moral lesson for everybody to learn.
Yeah. Don't be a coward.
Yeah.
Was that what you said?
Yeah.
Anyway, Tom Cruise. Go watch a movie he's on.
Zombieland too.
Yeah, I was gonna say anyway. Yeah, Zombieland too.
I was like, how do we get on Tom Cruise? Yeah, Zombieland too.
Everyone looks so much older, because we were talking about this earlier. Everyone looks so much older in that movie.
You mean in the part where we tried to record
Jesse.
and the audio was terrible and you weren't in there? You mean that time? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jesse Eisenberg looks the same, but everyone else.
If
looks
anything, he looks younger.
quite a bit older.
I didn't think Woody Harrelson looked that different.
He really didn't.
I
thought he looked a little more haggard. A little more, I thought.
What if this is one of those like weird instances in Hollywood where they actually did principal photography for this movie like 8 years ago, and they just like sat on it and just couldn't release any of it, and finally they worked out all the kinks, and now they're releasing the movie.
I mean, I would be like, why did they wait this long? Because that doesn't make any sense. But
Well, I mean, that's happened before with movies, right? Like Red Dawn.
Yeah, Red Dawn. They got pushed like
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn was like
Game.
5 years. Yeah, Ender's Game. I mean, I don't think any of them has happened like over a 10-year span before. I don't think.
I've always.
I mean, who knows? It probably has, but
Since I've been watching Seinfeld, like part of me I wish like they would have secretly filmed like a 10th season and then just release it like now. Like it's all filmed, produced, made, and they just drop like 20 new episodes. Just randomly.
is that like one of your favorite shows
Yeah. I've got 2 episodes left.
in the 7th season?
Yeah.
How did you miss 2
I
episodes?
don't know.
In the 7th season?
No,
Did you like fall
5. I
asleep
missed
to it?
5.
You missed 5?
No, and I didn't even watch them though. On my Hulu it says they're not watched.
How did you miss it?
I'm not sure. I know my parents sometimes use my Hulu account, so I wonder if I finally caught up to the point where they were at in the show, and I just logged and hit play next episode, and it was just a few episodes down the line. But I'd finished it.
Landon doesn't pay attention, I think.
Probably not.
No, he doesn't.
You're probably on your phone half the time.
Okay. No, I only get on my phone during bad.
Oh, bad movie.
Yeah. If I'm on my phone, it's probably pretty terrible.
Whatever. You like Spider-Man 3?
Yes. Which is a better film
No,
than Batman.
we're
v
not getting.
Superman. Or Man of Steel.
We're not
'Cause
getting
Man of
involved
Steel
in
is a
this.
terrible film. David, just for the record, so for the podcast record, do you think Man of Steel is a bad movie?
Everybody knows Dave doesn't like
No,
it.
I would like him to say it for the record on the podcast.
Okay, Dave, go ahead and bash Man of Steel.
Man,
Bash it. Go ahead. We're all waiting for it. Just bash it.
I'm not a big fan of Man of
I'm
Steel.
not
Say it's
There
bad.
it is.
Say it's a bad movie.
I do like the music, but I think it's a bad movie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you're both wrong.
Thanks
So,
for listening to the hockey.
Let's move on to the next subject here. Let's see. Landon sucks. Okay.
That's true.
So let's talk about how Landon sucks.
Yeah, I'll talk about that.
I will also talk about that.
Yeah.
So
Provide you with cooling. Provide you with space to record.
provide us
I
with,
fixed the audio equipment.
I hate you so much.
It took like 3 minutes of us not knowing what to do for Landon to get out of his chair, sit on the ground for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and then he got up and left to go play PS4 while Mick and Dave troubleshot the equipment.
Yeah, Dave and I. Oh, first of all, okay. So Dave's in a different state. Dave and I are like trying to like Frankenstein this thing together to make it work. We're like, lightning's going off, and we're like, Igor, hold push the lever, and make things. Yes, it's alive, and then it dies again. We went through that like 15 times, and then finally,
Landon walks in the room. He's not wearing a shirt. He's like covered in whipped cream. Colby's like
Yes. What?
Anyway, so I don't know if you know, but we got the audio to work because we tried recording earlier. Excuse me. So a couple weeks ago, I talked about how I was like every night I was like drooling in my sleep,
Yeah.
and this has happened to me before. It just hasn't happened in like probably like 2 years, 3 years. What? I've had dreams like every night where I'm like walking down the street and I'm just like, yeah, I'll spit. And so I spit in my dream, but I spit in real life.
See, there's
and
something...
it wakes me up and I'm like,
where do you spit?
On my face.
See, there's something.
So like I sleep on my back and I just wake up to like me like I could wake up to me like doing the action of spitting and it's just like going down my face.
Here's my suggestion.
Man,
get help.
I don't need help.
Then what do you need?
Does that happen with other things too? Like
I need to eat saltines before.
It was top ramen.
No, you have a dream like you're making pancakes or something, and you wake up and like your hand is like gripped on a griddle, and you're like doing flipping motions. Like, does that happen as well?
I wake up where I'm like mowing the lawn outside. And I'm like, this is the most boring dream ever. Why am I mowing the lawn in my dream?
I had one time where when I was younger, I slept walked from my bedroom up to where we had our like family computer, and I like turned it on and put like the disc for Sonic Racing into the computer and turned it on. And I thought I was playing it, but I was just like on the menu screen. I sat there for like 15 minutes, and then I woke up and I was like, okay, that's weird. So then I got in
You were
trouble.
a weird kid.
Yeah, I got banned from playing Sonic after that. My parents were like, yeah, they're like,
did they believe you that you sleptwalked?
Yeah, I think they did because, yeah, they believed me because I'm like, I had
because your underwear was on your head at the time.
No, because it was weird though. The weirdest thing was that I sleptwalked up there. And at the time, we had like 3 or 4 dogs, and they would bark at anything. And I walked all the way up like 2 flights of stairs, got on the computer, and none of them barked or anything. And as soon as I woke up and tried to get out of there, all of them started barking and screaming and stuff. So it was like I like stealth walked up to the computer, and then as soon as I woke up, like
so you were addicted.
Oh yeah,
he had a real Sonic problem.
I had a Sonic problem. I've been clean for a while.
Not too long. Though.
Whenever you see the Hedgehog, do you do you feel like slipping back in?
A little bit.
Or are you like, no, I'm done with
that movie
life.
trailer really got you.
That movie trailer, like everybody, like that movie trailer, everybody's hating on in the back of my mind. I'm like, I don't look so bad, guys. Like, song's pretty cool. Like,
March 2020.
Yeah.
So wait, does that mean, Landon, that you were bummed about the redesign, or like, are you excited?
All
for that?
I'm saying is they better release both cuts of the film.
Well, didn't they redesign it to make it look more like the games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, well, that's what they said.
So does that mean his
knows?
eyes have to connect?
Because
if you notice, he basically just has one giant eye where his eyebrow goes down and kind of separates the white part.
You can't use reason and logic to try to understand Sonic.
Well, here's the thing, though. You can't use reason and logic to understand most video game characters.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially Sonic.
Think of like E-rated platforming games that came out in the 90s and 2000s. Like, none of them are regular looking things or people.
I'm not trying to understand. I'm not trying to understand his eyes. I'm trying to make a point that they're making it like that. Is that what they're doing?
We don't know.
I think we haven't seen it yet.
People just complained and they said, we're going to make this better for you. They said some vague kind of.
The movie's going to be terrible
statement.
either way.
Oh, yeah.
Just release it.
Well, people like hated on that, and then like the Cats trailer comes out.
Oh, we didn't talk about that last week.
Oh my!
Have you seen the Cats trailer, Dave?
I have not seen.
Goodness
I've seen
the memes, dude.
You're gonna have nightmares.
It is the stuff of like terror.
It's horrifying.
I would rather watch Midsummer than watch.
Yeah. Colby shared a video. It plays the trailer instead of using the music they played. It plays the song from the Us trailer, like the "I got 5 on it," like the whole
made
the
it
horror.
really creepy.
Yeah, it fits so well. Like you watch it, like this is a horror movie that's coming out soon. Like
all I'm saying is that people owe the Sonic movie an apology.
Yeah, because
but Cats will be the film that usurps Endgame as the highest grossing film of all time.
Easily. I mean, it's like a furry's
paradise.
Paradise.
I've heard they're not happy. Like the furry community.
furries?
The furry community
They're not happy with
isn't
it.
happy with the representation.
From what I've heard, they don't think they went far enough with it.
Well, how could you go even farther?
They say they don't like the anatomy on the cats. Isn't quite-
Anatomy.
Like they like the noses still look like human and stuff. They're like they
Oh my
want it
gosh.
further. They want it to go further.
They want it further.
Yes. Oh.
The trailer's already disgusting. In my opinion.
Yes, it's sick. It's vile.
You know, before
And
watching
there's
that trailer, I wanted a cat. Now I'm not so sure. Maybe I don't want a cat now.
This is for a feature film.
Yeah, it's based off that Broadway, the Broadway show Cats, which is already known to be like horrifying. So, and there's way too much talent in this movie, like actor wise.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah, who?
Ian McKellen's in it.
Taylor Swift,
Idris Elba.
for some reason.
How do you
Idris
go
Elba's in
from Sir Ian McKellen to Taylor Swift?
That's the only one I know.
There's a lot of talent. Taylor Swift is talented.
No.
Not on the same level as Sir Ian McKellen. He's a sir, right?
I don't know.
I think
Well,
so.
he is now because I said it.
Yep, that's
'Cause
how it
I'm
works.
the queen.
All
Idris
right.
Elba's in it.
Yes, I just said that.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Probably
Sorry.
20 seconds ago.
Classic.
Rebel Wilson, Judi Dench,
James Corden's in it.
Dame Judi Dench.
Ian McKellen, Jennifer Hudson. Is she the main person? Jennifer
No,
Hudson?
the main character
I don't
is
even
like
know
an
the plot.
unknown actress, I believe. I think she's a ballerina that's playing the main
Francisca Hayward.
I think
I've
that's
never
her.
heard her. Yeah, James Corden.
character. How did he get allowed to be popular? Like, the guy's not funny.
I like his carpool karaoke stuff.
Really? Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Chump.
I'm just saying.
He's a hack.
Now,
How dare you, sir?
this Cats movie is a prequel to the movie Cats and Dogs from 2001.
I love that movie. I legitimately love that movie. I watched it so many times growing up. Like, it's so funny.
I remember when that
just
came out in
kidding.
theaters. I really wanted to see it. I was like,
So
I've
good.
got to.
It's
got
got
to see this.
It's got what's his face in it? Guy from Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah,
He's-
he's the dad.
Oh, he's not an animal.
No, he's a human in it. Yeah, he's a scientist.
Isn't is Haley Joel Osment in it?
I don't know.
Some
Toby
like
Maguire is.
Yeah, he's the main guy.
oh, Tobey
He's
Maguire.
the
That's
voice
who it
of the
was. Yeah,
Beagle. He's the Beagle,
yeah,
yeah.
he's the main beagle.
I would watch that movie right now because I adore that film. They're like
The director of Cats. He also directed Les Mis. So is this guy just obsessed with like musical stuff?
probably. I love the part when they in Cats and Dogs when they're calling in the Russians and it's like the Russian cats come like paratrooping out of the sky. Like, it's so
It sounds like
good.
such a Landon.
It
movie.
is- it is-
I
yeah.
saw it once as a kid. I don't really remember it. I thought it was. I never really like
It's
wanted to see
iconic.
it again.
It's iconic for me.
How many times have you watched this movie, Landon?
Yes. I've seen it. I've seen it probably over 50 times. I would bet.
Oh.
Dude,
No one's seen.
dude,
No, I'm
no,
not.
that's-
I'm
that's as many times as I've seen like the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
That's like how many times Ben has watched Pirates of the Caribbean this year.
Do you know? Do you know? Like,
Alec Baldwin's in it.
yeah, he is. I can't
Is he
remember-
the cat?
They're all
I think
cats.
he. No, there's dog. It's dogs versus cats.
I know, but there
I
has
think
to
he
be a
is the
cat.
main. I think he's the main villain.
So the cat, because the cats were the bad guys, right?
yeah.
Which, by the way, I mean,
They did make a sequel to it. I don't think it had.
they
the
call it
origi-
cats and dogs.
They called
It was
like,
Dogs and Cats.
yeah.
No, it came out
Dogs
only,
and Cats.
it came out only a few years ago. I never watched it, but I watched the original a lot. We had it on VHS, and I watched the crap out of that movie. It was so good.
Is that like the only movie you were, pardon me, allowed to watch at that time?
No, I watched Toy Story a lot. As soon as I got access to a DVD copy of American Tail, I watched that a lot.
You know what? I just want to say something here. Side note. I'm sorry. I've got to
You're gonna
say
hate
this.
on American Tail right now because I will walk out.
No, I love American Tail.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with acquaintances of the show Colby.
Yeah, he's kind of throwing a little fit.
All right,
over
what is
here.
it? What is it?
You know what? I hate you. Because every time,
Hey, don't touch me, dude.
every time, I'm not, we have camera proof that I'm not. Every time that I burp,
Here we go.
Colby treats it like the apocalypse is happening.
Well, you do burp.
He's like ducking and covering. He's like hiding under desks and
You burp
stuff.
a lot.
It's
Everybody burps.
Not as much as
like
you.
you.
How do I burp?
frequently.
40 times a day.
I mean, I burped like 4 times on the podcast already.
You've already-
That's because I'm having a carbonated beverage.
You drink so many carbonated
you've
beverages.
had 4 of these carbonated beverages.
It's because it tastes good.
Yes.
All I'm saying.
But I mean,
So
like,
what gives, Colby? Come on.
Colby wants you to
all
get
I'm
help.
saying is I want you to get help. I want.
How do you get
stop.
help
You
for
stop.
burping?
You stop.
Yeah.
I can't stop. I'm
The
addicted to burping.
There's
Drink
no.
water.
There's a way to
How?
stop.
This is an intervention.
I don't know how.
Dietary choices.
Yeah, dude. Like drink water.
You're the one that drinks LaCroix all the time. That's carbonated.
Yeah, and
You
guess
must
what?
burp like a crazy poop.
No,
No, I
okay.
don't think I've heard Colby burp that much. I probably heard Colby burp like.
How much do you burp a
day?
day?
I don't know because I don't count.
I don't count either.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Yeah,
You couldn't. Like you could not keep track.
How much do you burp a day, Landon?
I could.
If I were to guess, I probably burp less than 10 times.
I was
going
gonna
to
say the
I'm gonna
average
say less than
person-
10.
I bet could count it.
Where is
I
this
was gonna
coming
say,
from?
I
The
probably do,
average
like,
person.
five-
Where
like
is this
5
coming
times a day
from?
or
Okay, well,
something.
it's
And I went on the
clear
high
you're not
side.
average.
10.
I'm above average.
Yes, but that's not good.
Why? Why is that bad? Burping's good.
No,
As Shrek would say, better out than... Or I can't do a Scottish accent. Better out than in.
I'm just saying, it happens all the time. If you could just control it. and-
If I control it, my stomach hurts.
Don't
My
say
stomach
that, dude.
I gotta get it out. I'm sorry.
I know, but like, don't
I-
bring it in. Like,
I
gotta
Colby
drink
just cares.
something.
Colby cares about your gastrointestinal health.
Do you?
and-
at this point,
and he-
yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes.
You're just like, man.
No,
he
at
burps
first it was
more than
because
me. I'm jealous.
I was annoyed, and now it's because I'm annoyed, and I think something's wrong with you.
Dude, nothing's wrong with me.
There's
Perfectly healthy.
there's something
fine.
wrong.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
So anyway, you spit. In your
I'm good. Yeah, I spit in my sleep. See, I've been having dreams
American
about spitting
Tail.
in my sleep.
yeah, like it's escalating. Like it just seems like it's spiraling out of control. Like
Yeah.
First the burping, now the drink, now the spitting.
now you're spitting in your sleep. Like you're dreaming about like rejecting stuff from your body. Like
spit. Everybody spits.
you got
I
to
spit like 40 times a day.
I don't spit though.
except for
Like
when
chew.
you're
I
asleep.
don't chew and spit. I don't chew.
chew and swallow like a real man.
Gross. I don't chew.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever like act out stuff in your dreams and then you wake up performing those actions? Or, like for example, spitting in your sleep.
Nope. I actually I sleep like a rock every night. I just, I go to bed.
Is that comfortable? I'd want to sleep like a pillow every night.
And I wouldn't want to spit in my sleep.
Really?
So. Mick has now burped again for like the fifth
I think
time.
rocks spit.
Rocks spit.
Yeah.
It's called
Are you
gravel.
drunk?
Landon.
Haven't you seen those? No. There's like this rock that. I mean, it's not a rock, but it looks like a rock. It's like a type of like clam thing, and you cut it open. It's like
What does a
red
clam have
and
to do with a
goopy.
rock?
If you wouldn't interrupt me,
You dumb.
you'd understand what I'm trying to say.
You're really
it's like,
reaching here.
It's like it's an animal. It's it's an animal that looks like a rock. You cut it open. It's like goopy and red inside. It's some delicacy in like Iceland or something.
You opened yourself up.
It's definitely not Iceland. That's
We're
just
not
the
going to be
first
able to
place
get
that
it
came to
here
mind.
in our cabin up in Antarctica.
We don't have any Wi-Fi, so we can't look it up.
Yeah.
Even though I just
thought
looked
you were
up
in Alaska.
cats and dogs.
Alaska. Yeah, Alaska.
Wherever it's cold and white.
Yeah. It's like that episode of Black Mirror. John Hamm.
White Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to get Mick to admit why he burps so much. Like, been here for 5 years, Mick. Like,
No, Mick. It looks like to me you opened yourself up. You admitted something you probably shouldn't have admitted, and now
What
you're
did I
reaching.
admit? Spitting?
Yeah, that you spit in your sleep
dreams.
Why should I have admitted that?
because it's not normal.
Oh, of course it's not normal. I'm not saying it is normal.
What are you going to do to stop it?
And now you're.
I don't know.
Duct tape your mouth shut when you go to sleep.
Dude, I'll suffocate.
Your nose.
Dude, I snore. No air gets through my nose.
Oh, I remember when we were at Long Beach, dude. You
Wow,
snored
yeah.
so loud, man.
Dude, I'm sorry. I can't
Our-
help it.
I was already miserable enough, like trying to sleep between
I was
two
also
chairs.
pretty miserable trying to sleep.
Wait, did we? Oh yeah, we slept in the same.
I
hotel.
slept. Yeah, I slept in 2 chairs. I pushed 2 chairs together and slept on them.
In my defense, you could have slept on the other side of the room.
No,
You were right next to me.
Yeah, I couldn't move the chairs all the way. There was nowhere to move the chairs to. That was the only place it would like.
In the
sit.
bathroom. You could have slept in the tub.
I actually thought about that. Like,
I found a couple spiders in the tub when I was showering.
Turn the water on.
Sleep
in the nude
in a
and
motel tub has got to be one of the grossest.
sleeping in
places
a
you could-
motel tub.
well, you
can
don't
try to
just
fall
you don't. Your
asleep.
skin doesn't contact the
I'm
tub.
gonna
Like you use a sleeping bag, of course.
No, it goes through.
It goes through it.
Yeah.
This is like side of the
It was a
road,
cheap
side of the
motel.
highway motel.
And
That motel was pretty like.
it was great.
Like that's like dead end, like end of your rope. Like
and it was super expensive.
yeah,
We made it work though.
Well, yeah, you sleep in it.
yeah. I mean, there's more consequences.
How do you not
for
make a
some
hotel
people.
work?
Well, it was weird when we walked up and the lady asked us if we wanted a smoking room or an extra smoking room. I thought that maybe
no
we should have.
non-smoking.
And you realized, like, we should have stayed somewhere.
Like in the minivan.
Yeah.
We'll sleep on the beach.
Yeah, you probably don't want to sleep on the beach though,
I'd rather
because
sleep.
there's crabs,
I'd rather sleep.
like animal crabs.
You know, there's probably a lot of crabs in that motel.
I was
Crabs,
gonna say,
animal
Yeah,
crabs.
yeah,
crabs in
yeah.
that motel bathtub. So
Oh gosh,
So, yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about.
we're talking about hotels.
Yeah, I know, but how did we get there?
Mick spits in his
I
sleep.
spit
Oh
in sleep.
yeah,
See,
you split. You
spitting in
spit
sleep,
in your sleep.
Tom
Split.
Cruise, Zombieland, podcasting equipment doesn't work.
Yeah. So okay. So
So yeah, we
what's
tried
sleep-
recording a podcast that didn't
Gosh,
work,
dang.
and
So sleeping. Do you? How well do you sleep at night, Mick? Like, do you?
you know what? I've been waking up every night at around 3 a.m. for the past,
Oh no.
I don't know, a good, oh gosh, like probably almost a year now, and having to use the bathroom really bad.
Every night.
Yep,
Shoot, man.
that's normal, right?
No.
You all do that too, right?
No. No.
Some help.
I typically I go to bed and then I wake up when my alarm goes off or a little bit before.
Yep, me too.
Occasionally, I'll have the night where I sleep all the way through, but most nights.
But
it's
most
like,
nights you wake up at 3 a.m.
like-
and have to go to
it's
the
like,
bathroom.
yep, I gotta go.
See, that's. Are you eating like really late at night? Or
No, I can't because I'll throw up.
You, okay. Just keeps,
Yeah, Mick, you really are helping.
It's normal, right?
It keeps getting so much worse.
It's all
like
normal.
every layer that's peeled back. It just,
as Mick cracks open
his face.
fifth carbonated beverage in the past hour.
Jeez, man.
I think I'm a normal human.
You should go to the doctor.
I'm scared.
They can't do anything.
They can
what are they gonna
suggest
do?
some stuff, man.
Give me some pill and
No.
it'll be a placebo.
No. Stop. Don't drink 5 carbonated beverages.
We still have pizza, right? There's like a whole one left.
There's a whole one that I stuffed
no.
into my
No, it's-
fridge.
it's
You still
gone.
no,
What do you? I'm not
You
gonna leave it
stuffed
out.
it?
It's already. I got the whole box in my fridge. And I was able
dude.
to close
Is
it.
your fridge that big?
I could barely get it closed.
I didn't think it was that big because you have like a couple.
You have
gallons
like
of
sour
expired
milk in there
I
and
have
old
so
lemons
much
and
stuff that needs
limes.
to be thrown out. Like it's disgusting.
When are you gonna go through your fridge and just
I
do a
think-
deep clean?
I think I have cottage cheese in there that's like 2 months expired.
I think I have cottage cheese in there that used to be milk.
You never have to buy any more. Oh.
Right. It's like it's a 2-in-1 package, right? You drink the milk for a while and then it becomes cottage cheese.
Yeah.
I eat. We go through cottage cheese so
I
fast.
chew my milk.
I get 32 ounces of it in a tub, and we eat that in like 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of cottage
Yes.
cheese.
That's how much we go through cottage
Speaking of
cheese.
cottage cheese, because we've had this conversation before, not on the podcast,
Mick's
but
like, am I the only one that boils my cottage cheese?
If I don't boil it, I throw up.
and I can't eat it past 8. I strain my cottage cheese. I strain my cottage cheese, so I get all the what you would call whey out of
That's
the
weird.
out of the
I don't.
curds. Dave, you do that too because we were raised that way.
I don't
right?
do that anymore.
What?
Thank you. You've changed. You've
Okay,
changed for the
which way do
better.
you like it better?
With the whey.
What? Is it really better with the whey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have I been missing out on this for 25 years?
Have you never tried it with the
Yes. I don't know if he's ever tried it. I didn't try it with the whey until
I have never tried
until
it with
like
the whey.
6 months ago.
Until you moved to Florida.
Curds for life.
Yeah, until I moved to Florida.
You still get the curds.
Yeah,
You still get the curds. Yeah,
I know,
you
but-
just
get
wash
more.
away
But
from
you
the
don't
curds.
get- you don't
more
get the
flavor.
whey.
You want the whey.
It's not all about flavor. It's about texture.
No,
I don't want some
whey
like
has-
slurpy, snotty stuff with
Why
chunks
not?
of curd.
Wait, what?
It's not. It's kind of. It's just milky. It's kind of just like extra milky flavor.
So, would you put a bunch of curdy cottage cheese in just a bowl of milk?
No, because it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
I also don't usually just eat cottage cheese plain. I had to have it with other things.
What do you have it with?
In a
I
salad.
usually have it with bacon or a salad.
It's great in a
Eggs
salad.
is really good.
Yeah.
It's good when it's curds.
You should try it.
I mean, maybe I will. Maybe I should.
There's no harm in it.
Maybe that's the cure that I'm looking for.
I doubt.
I'm missing out on whey.
I doubt that's gonna fix.
Everything.
Yeah.
What if it does?
If it does,
Then that's a miracle.
I'm
then
proud.
Mick's like
Proud.
all I did I ate one spoonful
I stopped
of cottage
rinsing
cheese
off my cottage cheese.
and I stopped spitting in
Now
my
I'm
sleep.
a healthy man.
I don't wake up in the middle of the night.
Burping more is better.
No, wrong.
You shouldn't have to burp all the time.
No.
But if you do have to,
Which you shouldn't.
shouldn't you burp?
Was there any
Go to
burping
the roots of the
in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Oh, what a great segue. No, there wasn't actually, I don't think. But what a great film that we watched last night.
It was
Acquaintance
good.
of the show, Colby and I went with friend of the show, Will, to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
We tried talking about this when we tried recording earlier, and it didn't work.
God.
But now we can
darn it.
actually talk about it. So go ahead.
Oh my. Colby, did you enjoy the film?
I really enjoyed the film. My favorite character was definitely Cliff.
Played,
This was the 9th Tarantino film.
yep, 9th Tarantino film. Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, kind of round out the main cast, along with Kurt Russell's in it, Damian
But
Lewis.
top billing was Tarantino's foot fetish.
Yes, I did see him. He did have a cameo, a brief one. He
Did or didn't?
He did. I believe I saw him at one point. I can't confirm.
Because he's
it.
been in every one of his films, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dave, can you confirm?
I
Or deny?
no, I can't confirm.
I believe he has been.
He's been in a lot of them that I know.
To varying roles. Like he's
Yeah.
he has a speaking role and he's a more main character in Reservoir Dogs.
I mean, he's no Hitchcock cameo, so
yeah,
you know,
Which director has the best cameo in his movies?
probably Hitchcock.
yeah, yeah.
Is he like a victim a lot?
No, he kind of just
clever.
does
They're
funny
just clever.
things. Yeah, they're at the beginning of Vertigo. He's trying to get on a bus, and the
That's
bus
great.
door closes in his face, and then it drives.
Wait,
away.
does he do the bus door thing where it's like, bus driver, open the door? That thing? Is that where that come from?
No, that no.
I like his one in Rope. I believe there's a neon sign outside one of the apartment window. That's just his face. Like
he's the neon sign?
I think so. I'm
What?
pretty. I want to.
Rope's a cool movie.
Rope is a great film.
Is he in Birds? That's a Hitchcock movie, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen
The
Birds. in a long time.
The Birds. The Birds.
I think Rope might be my favorite of his. I haven't seen too many, but that movie is a great. And I mean Jimmy Stewart, like he's kind of the man. So.
He's
Well, any-
awesome.
Jimmy
Oh,
Stewart
Jimmy
is
Stewart.
good, like in especially Hitchcock movies.
Look at
he has
that
great
wheelchair
Hitchcock
up there.
He's also good
Yeah,
in
Rear-
American
Rear
Hero,
Window was really
50
good.
Goes West. One of his last films.
When did that come out?
But his last film
Late
was
90s.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, wasn't it? Isn't that what his last film was?
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart starred, and
Interesting. Well, they did film it back in like '69, right?
yeah, they held on to the footage.
Sharon Tate. Oh, stay away from that guy with the beard.
Yeah,
Or no, he didn't have the beard then, did he? He just had the crazy hair.
No, it was.
he had a
there.
beard at least in the movie. He had a beard. So
Do you have the swastika on his forehead?
nope.
That one.
No,
come
probably
later.
not at that point.
But back to the movie itself. Really good film. Basically, the plot premise is Leonardo DiCaprio is a somewhat aging movie star in his, I think, mid to late 30s, who's in a lot of feature films and has had his own kind of moved into doing TV shows, had his own TV show as the lead, screwed it up, and then is kind of on the decline where he's just guest starring on other popular westerns as like the bad guy in singular episodes, you know.
And his stuntman is played by
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
And Brad Pitt's character, in my opinion, is the highlight of the film.
Yeah,
Any scene that Brad Pitt he carried, like
it was hilarious.
it's hilarious. his character's really cool. Like it's that the movie really captures that like 1960s LA feeling, like kind of like LA Confidential, like just that vibe.
Well, that's, like,
that's
in the
40s, but I mean,
40s.
but like still like it carries the period so well. Like it feels so cool being there and just all the scenery and the
Would you play an LA Noire sequel in the 60s?
yeah, I would.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I mean, I never even finished the first game, but like
Oh, you didn't?
no,
How far did you get?
about halfway, I think.
That's like not even all the way.
Yes, that's what I said. So,
he didn't even finish Homicide. He didn't finish the
no,
Homicide
I
desk.
didn't
So
finish
he,
the homicide desk.
What
Yeah,
what
quite a
happened?
ways
Did you
to
just
go.
get bored with
Yeah, I
it?
kind of got bored with it.
You gotta push through it.
I'll finish it at some point.
It's like with every Rockstar game. You just gotta push through it.
I didn't have to push through Red Dead or GTA though, so
Well, something's wrong there. How do you like it compared to his other movies?
I would say I like it better than both the Kill Bill movies.
But you weren't a big fan of
no,
those, right?
better than Django.
Yeah.
All his other ones, I kind of like all the same. So, but it ranks
Right.
up more in the ones where I'm like, I really like this movie. So I would say it's equal to all the other ones.
Okay.
So,
And like theoretically, he has one movie left.
yeah, I know he's still talking about doing a Star Trek movie.
I
which
would love it
I would love
if his last movie was just like a rom-com. Like something like he's never done anything like that before, just completely random, just going
a
out with like
PG
right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think he could.
Or
do
like
it,
if he
man.
directed a Pixar film.
but it was rated R.
I would watch that.
Rated R.
oh my.
I don't know. This was his probably cleanest film to date, I would say. Probably least violent, least amount of swearing and objectionable content.
But it was there.
There's no Gimp in the basement kind of scene or anything.
But you did say the crowd at your theater was like loving it and like
Yes,
cheering.
yeah. And I was into it. I was laughing pretty hysterically at parts,
Yeah, the whole theater was cracking up.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Even Will.
even Will, who then
said
after the film was over,
hated it.
quickly backpedaled and said that he didn't like the movie. So calling you out, Will.
Frequent co-star Will Dobrat.
Friend of the show.
Yeah,
Will.
friend of the show. Something that you'll never be.
Maybe someday, Colby.
Maybe. Probably not.
I believe I can get there.
Nah. Well,
Probably shouldn't.
don't,
I can update the website for you, Colby.
Thanks, Dave.
He won't, though.
Yeah, he won't. He's too busy.
Overall, I'd give Once Upon a Time Hollywood like an 8 or 9 out of 10, probably. Probably a 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's high praise.
Yep. I would probably go
What about
see
you,
that.
Colby?
I was gonna say like 8.5.
Just an 8.5.
I would probably be tempted to
Landon
go see
just
it.
gave it a 9. So I mean, what's it going to be? You sticking with your 8.5?
I'm gonna stick with my 8.5.
Bold move.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be tempted to go see it again in theaters. That's how much I liked it.
Wow,
And
okay.
I don't like seeing movies.
I was going to say
twice.
you like rarely see a movie
Yeah.
twice in theaters.
I rarely watch a movie twice at all. So,
Me on the other hand,
except for cats and dogs.
apparently.
50 times.
Yeah.
I've seen it 50 times.
That's just a guess. Like it could be more.
Oh, it's probably definitely more.
Do you
be
think
less.
like
Easily.
was that something that in the contract like the cats really pushed to have their species first, like over the dogs?
Like in the
Or,
title?
like
Yeah.
yeah, like how do you think that worked?
They're like, all right, we'll be the bad guys, but our name gets first.
We get top billing.
Or was it just an alphabetical thing and the cats were like, oh, it just falls that way, you know? I mean, like we
Yeah.
just
Well, I feel like dogs probably aren't great at negotiating contracts. Like they're like in the middle of it and somebody's like, "Here's a bone." They're like, "Oh, okay."
dogs were just excited to be on the film. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
They just wanted to be in a movie.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is depressing. I don't know if I want to talk about this.
Cooler boy.
Yeah. So, Dave, you brought up that some guy was found
told
after
Dave
like
about
10
this.
years. Like he was pronounced missing, and he was found like 10 years later, and he's like dead behind a cooler or something.
It's not funny. We
I
should.
don't know why I'm laughing.
Yeah, why are you laughing?
It's
you
terrible.
freak?
Yeah, Landon told me about this story, and I saw the article, and it was horrifying.
That's a
This
horrible
kid
way to die.
Like
Okay.
he worked at
Let's talk about
he worked
something
at
else.
like
No,
a
no,
grocery store or something.
yeah.
And
Was he
then he
an
had a fight
HVAC
with
tech?
his parents.
He worked at the
and
store.
then he went to work that day, and then he never came back home. And his parents reported him missing. They hadn't heard anything for like 10 years. And then apparently just recently they found, like someone was doing something up.
I think
up on
they
the
might have
roof,
been doing like
right?
a remodel or something or whatnot. Like maybe they were
and
tearing
they
the equipment
find this body wedged behind an 18-inch gap between the cooler and the wall.
Gosh.
And they realize it's been this missing kid for like 18 years or no 10 years.
Yeah.
Did they like determine the time of death then?
Well, they found out trauma. So, and he was wearing the same clothes that he had gone missing.
Work clothes.
Gosh, so he was in there for like 10 years.
Yeah. So what happened, and it's a setup with most grocery stores, like the walk-in coolers have like, there's always that gap. Like it's either, most of them aren't 18 inches though. Most of the time it's something where you couldn't fall behind there.
Right.
It's typically like less than a foot. Like I've
Probably for
glanced
safety
down,
purposes.
I've glanced down there. I've seen tools or like, stuff where it's like, oh, if I can get down there, I can get my hands on. Like
Free meter? Yes, please.
but never a body, which that would horrify me if I was like walking and be like, oh, like you'd be like, oh my gosh. Like,
Yeah, that's hard.
but it sounds
horrible.
like it was a
Yeah.
place where it was probably on top of the cooler. It sounds like workers would go up there and hide to take breaks, like paid breaks. They'd
You
go
think
up
he
and hide.
just accidentally like fell?
Oh,
or
that's what it
something?
sounds like. So he probably was up there, fell.
How does no one like notice that?
Apparently, the compressor room where all the compressors for all the refrigeration equipment was very close nearby, and that's really loud equipment. So it sounds like nobody could hear him cry for help. So, yeah. So I mean, he probably died within a few days, which is probably.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay.
Let's go back to talking about spitting in your sleep.
I mean, I think
Gosh.
that might be more disturbing.
That's depressing.
So the Manson murders.
But yeah.
Well, that's like that. I think it happened in Austin, Texas. This is a little bit different, probably, but some woman was on bath salts and she climbed into a ventilation system, and she got to a point where she got herself stuck, where she couldn't go up, like back up. So she fell down like a little L-shaped vent. She couldn't go back up, but she couldn't go forward, and
Just died. of
like
thirst.
after like 3 days, she just died in there.
Yeah, they probably
Probably
were able to-
getting like cooked alive.
Yeah, they probably were able to smell that pretty
Jeez.
quick.
Yeah, it's just it's horrible.
Which I would think they would be able to smell the kid, like you would think, but maybe it was by like a trash, like there could have been a trash compactor or something nearby. But like I would feel like you would smell, especially like if people hung out up there. You know what I mean? Like if that was a common place for people to go hide from breaks, like you would think like I would have thought like either somebody would have smelled it, or like even when he's back there crying, like I would think somebody goes up there a couple days later and they're like walking around, like I feel like you look down the crack
Yeah.
and they're like, that's just you're hanging up. There's nothing else to do. Like you look down, oh look at it, but like. So like, is there foul play? Like, did somebody push him?
How far down was the crack?
Well, it's probably. I mean, a walk-in cooler is probably typically like 10 feet high, probably. So it's like a 10 feet fall. So he probably fell all the way down.
I
to
feel
the
like you
floor.
could like easily see that.
And
then.
also,
like,
too,
even if you just glanced down the crack, like
yeah.
unless it's
And
like
another thing
completely
too, unless he fell at
black
like
or
an angle and broke something, I feel like with an 18-inch, you could probably wedge your way up, maybe with like enough willpower. Like
Well, that was my next question. Do you think he like
fell
like,
face first, or
like
something?
in a whack thing, just died immediately, or
I guess he could have if it was a long enough fall and he fell. Because I'm trying to think if to fall. I mean, even an 18-inch gap, he had to have like.
there was probably some friction going down.
Yeah, but I mean to fall that like because you probably couldn't fall head unless he tripped and like. But I think you would catch yourself, right? Like it seems weird that he even fell down there in the first place.
Well, I mean, you can die from falling from 6 feet.
Oh yeah, I know. So, but like maybe
like
he
you
did
just
die on
hit your
impact
head
then.
weird,
Yeah.
and
So maybe he died on impact.
yeah,
But it seems weird. I feel like you'd be able to kind of slow yourself down.
yeah, I don't know. That's sad. That's really sad.
Yeah.
Can we talk about something else?
No, we're gonna talk about
Please.
this.
Dave,
for
bring up
20
something more wholesome.
So how do you guys want to die?
Gosh dang it! I knew you were gonna say.
I've always wanted to die in a horrific manner,
Okay.
but I want people to witness it. Like so, this kid falls. I, mean,
I want to go out a hero.
That is horrible. No, I think I've always said that I die in a freak accident.
You
That's
get
what
hit
I've
by a
always
car
said.
like downtown.
No,
bunch of
something
people
more
around.
gruesome, like car
Beaten
accident
to
on the
death with
highway.
lime scooters.
Probably like something like
It's
that.
fitting.
I've always been like, I get car accident. I'm fine. The car light comes to a balance. I'm sitting there, but then what's the all thread? Like an all thread like goes flying off like a semi, like a 10-foot stick of all thread, and just like flies through like the windshield and just like impales me like dead. Like that's how I feel like
Dude.
like Baby Driver. Like when
Okay,
the-
now-
Jamie Foxx.
Dude, no.
You also need help.
Yeah, I'm always on
Yours
the
is
watch.
mental,
Yeah, no,
What's
definitely.
mine, Colby?
health, physical, and mental.
physical health.
Oh, so I have both.
Yes,
Why do I have mental?
because you can't see your problem. Like you don't know you have.
Well,
one.
my eyes only look forward.
Boom. Mental problem right there.
So, Dave, what's been going on in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, what were we up to before recording today?
What I like a typical week. What are you looking at? Anything fun?
Well, today went
Playing
cliff
Assassin's
jumping.
Creed.
Went cliff jumping.
Oh, you did.
Where at?
in Lake Superior.
That's not in Florida.
That's like an ocean. That's not a lake.
Flew all the way to Michigan to cliff jump.
There are plenty of lakes here, Dave. Are you afraid of heights?
No,
Bree?
I like heights.
I'm afraid of water.
Yes, yeah, she is.
But she went too.
She's not big on heights. Yeah,
And she jumped. She was fine.
it was pretty. The water was like really cold though, so like your first jump, you have that initial shock where you're like struggling to breathe as soon as you come up above the water.
How high were you jumping from?
It was only probably like 15 or 20 feet. It wasn't that high.
That's too
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, I
Did
hate
you guys hold hands and jump together like Tom Brady and his daughter? You guys see that video?
I mean, we did that, but we did that because we're married. So it was,
Why do you
just
got?
regular.
Because
I hate the water.
Why do you have to bring up Tom Brady?
Why do you
know I
hate
don't like
water?
him.
he's under fire right now for that.
Man wasn't meant to be in the sea.
Why not?
Because we don't have gills.
Yeah, we don't have gills.
You don't have
Fins.
fins around your hands.
It's not.
I love
it's-
swimming.
It's not our natural element.
I like swimming,
Swimming is awesome.
Do you not like swimming,
I
Landon?
hate swimming.
but I won't
Why?
swim in the ocean.
I hate it.
Why?
I almost drowned when I was a small child.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I
don't.
I feel like that happens to every small
I
child.
did have a small.
Yeah.
I almost drowned when I was a small
had
child too.
I had a traumatic incident.
Okay, explain. Do explain.
Okay, what's
No,
your
you tell.
traumatic
I
experience?
almost drowned in the deep end of a pool.
What happened?
I can't.
You were playing with your ducky floaty
How old were
in
you?
the deep end.
I don't want to talk about
How
it.
old were
Yeah, you do.
No.
You wouldn't have brought it up. If you
I
didn't
was
wanna
with
talk
a
about
friend and we were
Wow,
swimming.
you
in
really
this
don't want to talk about this. Okay, go ahead.
and we were doing this contest. We were sticking our face in like the water and like racing, just like blowing bubbles and like racing. And we accidentally started doing it
Racing, like racing down or racing
like,
across.
And then
Okay.
we accidentally I got like disorientated and I walked in the deep end.
Wait, so you weren't racing swimming?
No, we were just
You're
like,
racing
walking,
running?
like walking around. Like
What? How old were you?
I was like 6 or 7. Like
I thought you were gonna say like 2 or 3.
That's what I thought too. I was like,
shut up.
probably like 1 year old or something. Like,
Shut up.
Was this at a public pool?
nope, it was at somebody's house.
it. Okay, but you guys were
Aren't the
also 6
deep
and
ends
7.
at people's houses like 7 or 9 feet?
Yeah,
like max.
I almost drowned.
Okay, finish your story.
You know,
What's going on?
I'm gonna get a lot of hate anyway. But like, my friend tried to help me, and I grabbed him around the neck, and then we both like started going down to the bottom of the pool.
So you were.
I almost
So it was
killed-
your fault.
It was my fault. No, it
You were
was my
trying to
fault.
drown your friend.
No,
You said you
And
grabbed
their
him by the
mom-
neck.
I panicked. I didn't know how to swim, and like
What were you doing in a pool?
I don't know. You can go in the shallow end. Like
Were there no like parents?
there was
like,
one parent. She
watching?
jumped in and saved us. So
Like how fast?
it was probably like 30 seconds. So
Did you like gulp any water down?
oh
or
yeah, I think I was.
Did you
CPR was CPR used?
No,
Chest compressions.
no. I don't like the water. I don't like it.
Yeah, we got that.
I hate hot tubs. I hate pools.
You hate hot
yeah,
tubs?
hot tubs suck.
Yeah, he
says they
suffocate him.
They make me feel like
You're
I
not
can't
supposed
breathe.
to breathe the water in.
No, like I sit there and I feel like I can't breathe. I'm just sitting there head above water. I start like having like
So do you not like saunas?
no, I probably couldn't do a sauna.
Saunas are
I've never
gross.
tried a sauna. Probably would
I
hate it.
don't like going to saunas.
Yeah, I hate hot tubs worse than pools because I feel like I like sitting in water, like just being a cool pool of water, like it's refreshing. But like, don't have me like paddling around. Like I'm not a fish. Like I think it's degrading. It's degrading. Like Michael Phelps is like he's the fastest man that could ever swim. A fish could beat him any day of the week.
Yeah, but humans.
Yeah, I don't care. I
What
don't
do you care about?
I don't care. I don't care.
What do you care
it's
about?
Over it. I care about.
You don't like fish either, do you?
Nah, I don't. I think they're.
I don't think Landon respects athletes.
I respect.
I think that's what it is.
I respect land.
Cheetahs
athletes.
can run
Land
faster than
athletes?
than people.
Yeah, but like that's their natural territory. Like they could be better at this, but like a cheetah's not trying to be like the fastest swimmer. Like a cheetah's not. Oh, look how fast I could swim. Like
It's because we have the freedom to choose that.
yeah, but like anybody that would be like, I want to choose to be the best swimmer. Like, come on. Like
Why not?
I don't know.
Are you defending animals?
I like animals. Animals are funny.
Dude, you need help.
Animals are so funny.
This guy needs help.
We need help around the room.
So earlier today, Colby and I watched a couple episodes of that new show. I think we talked about it briefly before. The Boys.
The boys, yeah.
With Carl Urban.
I almost said Keith Urban. Carl Urban, yeah.
Does he sing?
There's been no singing yet. Really good show. I like it a lot. It's a cool kind of a different take on superheroes.
Yep.
That one's Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Amazon.
Okay,
Prime
okay.
exclusive.
I thought it was Hulu for some reason.
Nope.
No, Amazon. But it really plays into the corporate, like, kind of like how Disney makes so much money on the superheroes. Like, they have all these superheroes. They still make movies with the actual real life superheroes. They make tons of money off everybody. It's a whole big corporate thing. It's a lot of political stuff. Like, the superheroes themselves are like, they're basically all like really like they're D-bags. Like, they're the basically the start of the film was just this normal guy who works at like a Radio Shack kind of store. And
Is that Carl Urban?
No, it's this. I can't remember the actor's name, but he's just this probably like early 20s, kind of like a quiet, kind of a pushover kind of guy. And this isn't even, I don't think this is spoilers to say what kind of happens, because it happens within the first 5 minutes of the episode.
Yeah.
He's walking down the street with his,
I mean, that's still spoiling it, right?
it's in the trailer. So what they show.
What if they haven't seen the trailer?
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about it. So if you really don't want to know anything about the boys,
Spoiler alert.
okay.
Go ahead.
He walks out with his girlfriend. I'm so frustrated.
So he walks out with his girlfriend.
His girlfriend, they're walking, they're just talking, and they kind of stop, and she's kind of standing right by the curb, like one step out the curb, and they're holding hands, and she's talking about maybe moving in with him. And then it slows down in slow motion, and then she just like explodes. Blood flies everywhere, and then it cuts like this superhero slows down. It's kind of like a Flash type character, and he was running so fast he just ran through her and just blew her apart. And the guy's left there holding his hands. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't slow down. I got to keep going." And he just takes back off, and like it kind of plays on the fact that like these superheroes are like, you know, random accident casualties happen. Hundreds of people are dying every year from just mishaps and stuff. Like, but they're covering them up, offering settlements and stuff and it turns out like they like cover it up. They try to offer him a bunch of money, and he's like, "No, I don't want to do it." So then he teams up with
This other character.
Carl Urban's character, who's like,
Now, is he actually like a super powered person? Because in the trailers, it looked like he was just like wielding a gun or something.
he hasn't. I think he's just a normal guy.
I've only seen the first 2 episodes.
And they're basically trying to like kill all these. They're trying to get revenge and kill these superheroes.
Oh,
basically.
that's interesting.
So
it's these supposedly non-powered people trying to take out these super
take
powered
down the
people
corporate.
that don't really care about.
Yeah, they save people still, but like it's all arrogance. Like they're all powerful. Like and
It's
there's
getting to their head. And
or it's beyond that too. It's like they're doing fake crimes and stuff, kind of to like bolster popularity, and like there's like political stuff where like the mayor or whatever I think it'd be the mayor of like Baltimore. Like they're bargaining. They're like, we'll send, you got high crime rates. We'll send this superhero down to you for, $300 million a year. This guy will take care of your city. Bargaining, political stuff, and all that kind of. It's really interesting, kind of buying into like that side of it. So
That's cool.
And then it also has there is a superhero character that's kind of portrayed as a good person. That's like kind of a newer superhero that's trying to.
Do they explain like how these superheroes came to be, or is it just like just
Not
typical?
that I
just-
have. It's just I think it sounds like you're just born with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't
So,
sound like it's like
mutants.
Yeah, more like like that kind of.
All right.
But
That's
it's
cool.
it's good. I enjoy it. It's like heavy on the kind of satire and
That's what it looked like from the trailers. Definitely, like they were like, I think some of the trailers were like what if Superman was like completely arrogant, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's a character that's kind of a Superman / Captain America mashup. There's a clear Aquaman kind of rip off. Like,
yeah, that's
so
cool.
I would highly recommend it if you like it. It is extremely graphic though.
Yes.
So even the first couple episodes, there was Mick walked in as we were finishing the second episode, and there's this.
I'll just say I don't know anything about the show or any characters, but I walked in and this guy was standing in what looked like a kitchen, and an explosion happened, and I'm assuming it wasn't just a bomb that exploded, and
It was a person.
yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, but check it out if you like really violent like satire shows, kind of poking fun at the superhero
It'd be like
genre.
if superheroes were real.
Yeah, like,
how it would actually play.
yeah, like
so you would recommend the show?
after the first 2 episodes, I would say definitely. I'll probably have it.
How many? Do you know how many episodes there are?
I think it's 10 in the first season.
Okay.
I don't know if it's been picked up for a second season yet.
You know, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I've done a complete 180. I'm totally on the model of 8 to 10 episodes a season.
Yeah.
I'm just because the other way, like 22 episodes, you just get so much filler stuff that just like has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah.
The other way, it feels more like a super movie. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really
It's just-
tight. No
Right.
wasted time.
Yeah. As I'm done with the 22 episodes.
I'm anywhere like
stuff.
I'm fine with anything from like even like as low as 4 to 13, like that range. Like I'll watch a 4-episode like miniseries or a 6th.
Well, like a Band of Brothers, like that type of thing.
It's like 8 or 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 10.
And it's all like quality.
Or even like Catch 22.
Catch
6
22,
episodes.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's like
6 episodes.
no
and
waste of time.
That was one of the greatest TV shows ever.
I don't know
By
if I'd
far.
say ever, but it was really
It was
good.
good.
It was really good. Yeah.
What's a good show?
Breaking Bad,
The
Catch
Sopranos.
22, The Sopranos,
Always
Mad
Sunny.
Men, Always Sunny, Seinfeld.
Malcolm in the Middle.
From what I've
Malcolm in the
seen,
Middle.
I like
Yep.
Malcolm in the Middle. I haven't seen that much of it, but yeah, good. Arrested Development's funny. The Office.
I was watching Scrubs earlier today. It holds up so well.
I haven't watched
It's a funny
any
show.
any Scrubs.
Scrubs is really funny. It's
when did Scrubs go off the
funny
air?
2009.
Wow, 10 years ago.
Mhm.
Math. That's crazy. It's just weird, like shows like that like are still in your like. they're still-
You're out of control. You are out of control.
That's math. Okay. It's like,
This was a bad idea.
This is so bad.
it's like it's just weird though, like seeing like shows like that like that happened 10
That
years
you
ago.
associated with
Yeah.
being recent. and-
Yeah, it's weird. Like, oh, that ended 10 years ago. That's crazy. Like, what else happened 10 years ago?
I don't know.
I was in high school 10 years ago.
I was 11.
I was in college 10 years ago.
Yeah, no one cares, Dave.
Whoa.
Wow.
I'm spitting all over my mic.
Just like your dreams.
Yeah. Is this
This could be a dream right
This
now.
one
I
wakes up.
really hope it's a dream.
Okay, well, I mean, is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I just want to point out we fixed the audio equipment, but you
We?
broke. You broke. Okay,
We?
you fixed it, but then you broke yourself.
I'm honestly, I'm perfectly fine. Like, I'm normal. This is me.
It's funny you say that because you're not.
You know what? I have to burp. So, is there anything else you guys want to talk about
No,
before we
I'm
wrap
good.
up?
I'm good.
Dave?
I'm good for now.
I feel like we haven't heard enough from you. Say something. Say something interesting.
What? Say something interesting. There was a blueberry festival
Okay, I'm
here
bored.
yesterday.
Okay.
And there was
Let's wrap up. Blueberry Festival. Okay, you guys can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website at hotkeyspodcast.com and follow us on Twitter at hotkeyspodcast. You okay, Dave?
Come on, man. Just
Wrap it up.
Oh, I thought you were
on,
sniffing
dude.
your armpit.
just like it's holding his breath in anticipation.
Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/podcast.hotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe on whichever platform you use. Colby, finish that last line.
Finally, you can contact us via email at
Yeah, it's not that easy, is it? Finally, you can contact us via email at
Took it
host
away from
at
me.
hotkeyspodcast.com. That's host at hotkeyspodcast.com. All right. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
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 Okay, so new rule.
Freaking tanked.
new rule. Mick's not allowed to have 5 beers like while we record.